Edmonton Oilers 7, Nashville Predators 4. Welcome to the day after reaction. Myself, Waz, and Dan. Dan, how are we feeling on a snowy day in Edmonton?
Oh, I'm feeling great, Waz. The weather out there is not so great. It's even frightful, but the mood inside, it's delightful.
Yes, and we had a delightful victory over the Nashville Predators. The mayor of Nashville, Leon Draisaitl himself, having a 5-point night. What is your just general, overview takeaway from that game?
Well, Waz, you mentioned Leon's name. You got Evander Kane, you got Connor McDavid. The big dogs came to play last night,
Yeah.
and they feasted on that Nashville Predators team, a good Nashville Predators team, and a Nashville Predators team that has a goaltender in it that is one of the top 10 in the league, and we made him look like Swiss cheese. So yeah, the big dogs came to play, and they feasted last night.
100%. You also had a 4-point night from Connor McDavid, a hat trick from Evander Kane. Connor McDavid almost having a hat trick himself. I wish he could have had one, but it's okay. What was your
Well, hey,
go ahead?
I was just gonna say, when you're shooting like Connor is, and
Yes.
you're picking the spots like Connor is, it's hard not to expect some hat tricks to come here soon.
Well, the real question has to be Connor for the Rocket. I know it's only November, but hey, he's on a good pace.
He's in there. Was it
Yeah.
you, Waz, that posted the stat yesterday that he has more goals than anybody on the Flames has points?
Yes, this is definitely true, actually. Fun fact. I think
There you go.
Zach also posted it. So yeah, Connor McDavid, I think, has more goals than any Calgary Flames player has points at the moment. So not too
Pretty
bad.
incredible.
Yeah.
Obviously, this year he took it to heart. This offseason, him and Draisaitl were talking about it
Hmm.
quite a bit. He took it to heart, and the man is shooting. You know that there was a shot. I think it was on one of the power plays, and I couldn't even imagine being a goaltender trying to anticipate the quickness of that release.
No, definitely. Let's just get to the takeaways here then. What was your first takeaway? Obviously, we go through three. What was your first one?
Well, the first takeaway for me was that the Oilers were able to be out physical, but not beaten on the scoreboard.
Hmm.
That's a big thing for this team. I think that there's been a lot of question marks about the team toughness, and you saw it last night where the National Predators, who are a team that can bruise and can punch, they weren't able to get the Oilers off of their game. And even when they were really trying in the third period, it took 15, 16 minutes for them to get the attention of anybody. And the only person they ended up getting to fight, I won't say drop the gloves because he didn't drop the gloves, was one Jesse Puljujarvi. So, a team in Nashville that plays with that edge and plays with that team toughness. And the Edmonton Oilers outskilled them, outclassed them, and outscored them.
Takeaway number two.
Takeaway number two has to be the emergence and just the absolute comfort that Evander Kane shows on this team when he's on the ice. For me, it's a calming presence, but it's a guy that, he has that propensity to be the physical factor that he needs to be, but he didn't do that last night. And instead, he was the guy that, for me, personified this comeback of sorts from being down 26 seconds into the game. He inspired that and was there for Leon Draisaitl to be able to find him with some incredible passing.
And then third takeaway.
Third takeaway, it's a tough one. There's a couple of options. We talked about it in the office, actually. Josh of hockeyfights.com was mentioning that he wonders if Kyler Yamamoto is a little bit banged up, and I'm starting to question it as well. A guy in Yamamoto, you don't see the same level of excitement and edge that we have seen from a player like him in the past. And so it has us starting to question, is there something wrong with Kyler Yamamoto, and does he need some time off to maybe get that fixed up?
Now, I get one question I have for you, and it is Jack Campbell. You didn't let in the prettiest of goals. What would you say to those who are kind of worried about Jack Campbell's play as of late?
Yep, but Jack Campbell's numbers are not good. That's just, plain and simple. Let's say it. His numbers aren't good. But for me, and what the Edmonton Oilers need when they can score like they do, is situational goaltending. And for that first goal, nothing you can say there really. That was just bounce after bounce after bounce, and it was in the back of the net. And then situationally, Campbell was as good as we needed him to be for the stretches that we needed him to be. In the past, we haven't gotten that situational awareness and that situational, comfort that Jack Campbell does give me. Would love to see him stop letting in goals and get his numbers into more of a. I think I saw something today. His save percentage is 52nd in the league or something, but he's in top 3 for wins. So the old Louis or Jack-ism is they don't ask how many, they just or they don't ask you how. Sorry, they ask how many. And so for Jack, be happy with the wins that we've gotten. Be happy with the saves and the timely saves that we've gotten. And remember that we used to have goaltenders that wouldn't give us those things, and we begged for that for a long time. Maybe, we'd love to have the save percentage up there as well with the Vasilevskis of the world, but he's not Vasilevsky, and that's okay.
And of course, would you say like with Jack Campbell, some of the goals he's just been unlucky? Is that safe to say to start off with his tenure with the Oilers?
Yeah, I would. I try not to be completely a goaltender apologist and just say that everything is one that was just bad luck. But there's definitely an element of Jack's game that's been bad luck, and then there's another part of it where the team has just let him down. Still giving breakaways to guys. You saw it in the Calgary game, a couple breakaways there and one breakaway shorthanded, and it's in the net. Now, obviously that was Skinner, but as a team, you can't be putting your goalie in a position to fail, and that's what they do sometimes. But Jack Campbell and Stuart Skinner, to their credit, they are situationally really sound and good goalies for us.
Perfect. Thank you for all tuning in to the Day After Reaction, myself and Dan. Don't forget to head to OilersNation.com for more. And of course, like, comment, and subscribe your thoughts on that game against the Nashville Predators. We'll see you next time.